That's it? I'm still here!
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 shameless plot holes you never noticed.
We don't think it's a good plan, but we're gonna go along. Just hope that we don't get arrested for kidnapping.
Don't worry, sir. Nobody will ever find the body.
Here's to you not being Frank's.
For this list, we'll be looking at some of the most shamelessly confusing writing choices, plot holes, and inconsistencies on the TV series. What shameless plot point had you scratching your head? Tell us about it below. Number 10. Kevin's son. Kev and V struggles with fertility formed their primary plotline in the third season of Shameless.
I want a little punk with your pretty eyes and your crooked smile.
I don't know, V. At some point, we might have to accept that it's not meant to be.
As they tried and failed to have a baby the old-fashioned way, the couple eventually embraced a more unconventional solution and turned to V's mother Carol for help. Though Carol does become pregnant with Kev's baby, things would take a turn when she gave birth to a little boy and decided to keep him for herself.
Kev, she wants to keep him.
She can't.
She's not gonna let go of that baby.
Well, she has to. After everything I've been through with him, he's mine, V.
Kev, 3 babies.
I don't care. That boy is my son.
After that, we barely heard anything about that kid again. Kev even apparently forgot he exists.
Today is the day I finally get a son. But don't worry, Hazel's gonna make sure you're not sober.
You already got a kid. 2 of them.
Yeah, foster kid, finally got approved.
Looking at the devoted relationship Kev has with his twin daughters, it just doesn't make sense that he would have none whatsoever with his son. Number 9. Ian's father. It's not surprising that one of the Gallagher children is not Frank's biological offspring. What is surprising is the fact that Ian is the one who holds that honor.
Congratulations, Ian. You are not Frank Gallagher's son.
As it turns out, Ian's father is Frank's stable, middle-class brother Clayton as a result of an ill-advised fling with Monica. This is a huge revelation, but it never had much impact on either Ian or the plot after it was introduced. We expect his siblings to take it in stride, of course.
Here's to you not being Frank's.
It's just kind of strange that Ian doesn't seem to make anything of this information. For all intents and purposes, it's like it never happened. So we have to wonder why it was worth bringing up at all.
I like the idea of Monica cheating on Frank. You know, it really keeps my image of you right on track, Mom.
Number 8. Sidelining Kev and V. From the first episode of the series, Kev and V have been a constant presence on Shameless. Not only are the pair some of the most understanding neighbors of all time, but they are the best friends the Gallagher family could ask for. You would never know that based on the more recent seasons of the show.
Is this a permanent thing between you two, or is it until one of you caves and apologizes?
Screw Fiona. It's time for us to move on and think about what's best for our family.
Kev and V are increasingly isolated in their own storylines, to the point where it feels like they're off in their own series. Don't get us wrong, we would totally watch a Kev and V spinoff, but after everything they've been through with the Gallaghers, it just doesn't sit right to see the relationship reduced to token status.
I'm really sorry. I am.
V. It's not a big deal.
Really? No. I'm gonna talk.
Yeah. It's great. I totally get it.
Number 7. Cassidy Gallagher. Shameless has become known for a tendency to approach storytelling a little haphazardly, but few dropped plot lines have been weirder or more unsettling than Cassidy's.
This is like Stockholm Syndrome only for real. I will not go back.
Carl was smitten by her intense devotion to him originally. He even agreed to marry her, despite the fact that it wasn't exactly his idea. When her possessive streak turned crazy though, Carl couldn't get back to military school fast enough. Not to be ignored, Cassidy followed him, and one of Carl's cadets decided to help him out of the clingy situation.
Took care of your problem, Corporal Gallagher.
What problem is that?
Just wanted to prove my loyalty to our platoon, sir.
The hell are you talking about, cadet?
Cassidy. Don't worry, sir. Nobody will ever find the body.
So, what happened? Did that kid really commit murder? We have no idea, because Cassidy is never really mentioned again. The abrupt end to her arc just seems like bad writing. Number 6. Genius Lip. Did you guys know that Lip is incredibly smart?
Lip, smart as a whip. Straight A's in the honor roll. Boy's definitely going somewhere.
Lip's genius-level intellect was his defining feature for the first half of the series. It was how he propelled himself through the world. Since he got kicked out of college, though, the show seems to have completely forgotten about this aspect of Lip. While we like the time taken to prioritize his substance abuse recovery and emotional development, we hate that it comes at the expense of his previously impressive brain power.
I've been sleepwalking through my life for years, and I've been so loaded, I haven't known what I want, or who I want to be.
Then again, the insecure part of Lip always seemed to yearn for an excuse to be average.
Kev, I am just trying to drink my beer, enjoy being back home.
This isn't your home. It's where you grew up. It's not where you're supposed to be.
If the change is a choice on Lip's part, then the writing isn't making that clear to the audience. Number 5. Debbie's devolution. You either love Debbie or you hate her, but at least she used to make the choice more difficult. Debbie was originally one of the most caring and empathetic characters on Shameless. She was shown to be pretty intelligent too.
How can two ladies get married? They're lesbians.
Then, as a teenager, Debbie took a sharp left turn into brat territory, and it's been downhill ever since. From her bad habit of sexually predatory behavior, to her dumb ideas and various scams, Debbie now only sees the world as far as it relates to her own wants and needs.
Let me get this straight. You have your own place, your own money, and nobody to take care of you. Neil, do you believe in fate?
While her siblings have worked to overcome Frank's influence, Debbie has only become more like him.
You have Frank on your side. And that should bother you. You should be crying.
It would be sad if the complete disconnect from her earlier self wasn't so frustrating. Number 4. Crash and Pass. Arguably, no Gallagher has had as rough a journey as Fiona. We were rooting for her to succeed, and it hurt to see her experience such a brutal setback in season 9.
If I don't come up with 25 grand, I'm gonna be in default on my partnership agreement and lose my $100,000 investment.
Even worse was anticipating the backlash that we were sure her downward spiral would yield.
Fiona! Fiona!
Except nothing really happened. The whole plotline seemed to be setting up for a downfall similar to her jail stint in season 4. Instead, the aftermath was fairly anticlimactic, despite Fiona's ongoing personal struggles.
What is that?
Final paycheck. You cash it? Come on. It's only like 115 bucks.
Oh no, keep it. I am ready to drink.
The police never got involved. The owner of the car she hit never appeared to cause trouble. It almost felt like a fake-out from a show that has rarely ignored the chance to pile onto its leads. Number 3. Liam. Where to begin with Liam? So much about this character just doesn't add up. First, there's the fact that we're supposed to believe that recessive genes explain how he could be Frank's biological child.
Congratulations, you're still the father.
Are you serious? Ooh. I thought that was always a rumor about Nana Gallagher having an affair with that sax player.
There's also the fact that the writers ignored him for so long, it was a little jarring when he suddenly developed a personality in later seasons.
I can't go to public school.
Why not?
Hopkins made me soft. I have manners now. I eat pate. I put apricot oil on my cuticles.
Prior to that, Liam's main feature was his potential for brain damage following his accidental sampling of Fiona's coke.
Learning and language problems, emotional and behavioral disorders. The developing brain is delicate. You're going to need to consult with a pediatric neurologist to monitor any possible long-term deficit.
However, nothing ever came from even that little bit of development. For a long time, Liam was simply the writer's blank slate, which is only becoming more noticeable as he finally gets a bigger role in the series. Number 2. Frank's survival. Shameless likes to push the envelope, sure, but when it comes to Frank, they ask us to suspend a lot of disbelief.
He who is without sin, let him cast the first stone. That's basically the gist of it, isn't it?
The man is a chronic substance addict who has been abusing his body relentlessly for his entire adult life. He was even in total liver failure at one point. Not only did Frank get a miraculous save then, but he keeps surviving no matter what the plot throws at him. Legal issues, he skates again and again. Or the many people who've wanted him dead. His generally chaotic existence. Just another day in the life.
No way! No! No! No!
There's never any real consequences for Frank. He's a true cockroach in every sense. But seriously, how is this man still alive?
That all you got? That's it? I'm still here!
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Fiona's Priorities.
Who's gonna watch the baby? Not my problem.
The beating heart that held the Gallaghers together, Fiona never hesitated to put her siblings first. She even knowingly sacrificed her future for the security of becoming their legal guardian when she was barely an adult herself.
Taking care of these kids would be your life.
It already is.
And you're prepared to be responsible for them until they're 18. You have one brother who's 2. That's 16 more years.
If that's what's in their best interest.
Despite all that fierce devotion, though, later seasons saw Fiona unwilling to shoulder the responsibilities of running the family. So she just kind of stopped.
I want you all to put me at the bottom of your emergency contact list. Put Lip first. And then Ian. And then Kevin V. And then me. Because I have a plan for my life. And I can't do it if I'm getting a call every 5 minutes about one of you.
It didn't seem to matter that Carl and Debbie were definitely still underage, or that Liam is an actual child. Forget irresponsible, that's completely unlike the Fiona that was developed in the first half of the series.
The kids will be all right. Lip and Ian can run things around here.
Debbie, Carl, Liam.
Kevin V can still help around here.
Is that what you actually think this is? Like people popping in and feeding dogs?
There had to have been a way to explore new stories for her without cutting out the core of her character. Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.